A very good morning, children. Welcome back to another interesting session of physics. In the previous class, you have learnt about electric potential and how electric potential is for a system of charges for a dipole, etc. In today's class, we will be learning about electric potential and its relation with electric field strength. And you will also be learning about electric potential energy of a system of charges. How electric potential energy is conserved. I welcome Sri Subramanian Garu, PGT Physics of Turkapalli, to take over the session. Sir, good morning.
Madam, good morning, madam.
Welcome back, sir, and please go ahead with your session.
Madam, thank you. Respected coordinator, madam, principals, and children, welcome to the another session of this particular electric potential and capacitance. This is part 3 of this particular chapter. So, in the earlier part 1 and part 2, if you remember, I have introduced the concept of electric potential to all the students and also potential difference. And we also saw what is the electric potential due to a dipole. These are the topics which we have dealt earlier. Today we will have some more learning points for this particular unit. So let me start the webinar. So what are the learning objectives for this particular webinar? We are learning about the electric, that is relation between potential and electric field strength. That is the first learning objective. So we have learned about electric field in our earlier unit. Now we are learning about electric potential. Both of them talk about the same charge and its properties. So there must be some relation between them. We are now determining the relation between them. The next learning objective, what we are looking at is electrostatic potential energy of a system of charges. So recall the information what we have learned in the earlier webinar sessions. The first one, potential due to an electric dipole at any point P is V is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 2aq cos theta by r square. That can be written as V is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 p cos theta by r square. You all know P means electric dipole moment, which is equal to 2aq. And here r is the distance of the point from the dipole, and theta is the angle under consideration between the line joining the point to the dipole and the dipole moment. So the next point which I want all of you to recall is, this is important, we will be using again in this particular unit, a surface on which all the points are at equal potential, that is constant potential, is called an equipotential surface. A surface on which all the points are at constant potential is called as an equipotential surface. So when all the points on the surface are at same potential, that is known as equipotential surface. A work done to move a charge on an equipotential surface is zero. The equipotential surfaces are concentric spheres around the point charge. These were the learning points which we have seen in the earlier class, children. Let us now continue with our present webinar. So the first learning point for today, we are deriving the relation between the potential and electric field strength. Potential symbol is V, electric field strength symbol is E. You know all of you. So I am now deriving the relation between them. For that, first consider in this direction there is an electric field. Let us say E. Okay. In this direction there is an electric field E. This is an equipotential surface, children. Last webinar I have shown plane like this. Yes or not? One pencil I have shown and one plane I have shown. Like that you consider one plane perpendicular to the electric field direction. Okay. Then this plane will be an equipotential surface. Let us call this plane as A. I am considering another plane B. This is also an equipotential surface. Okay, this is also an equipotential surface. How many planes I have considered in the derivation? One is A, another one is B. So B is also an equipotential surface. A is also an equipotential surface. Okay, then I must know what are the potential values at the point A and at the point B. At the point A, let the potential be assumed as V. At the point B, I am assuming V plus dou V, where this dou V is the change in the potential when I move from A to B. Okay, you will see a surprising thing when we do this derivation, and that has got some link with this particular derivation. Okay, if you see carefully in the formula, we will get some idea about what are the values of potential at A and what are the values of potential at B. And the field is going from where to where? Left to right. Okay, so to do the derivation, what we are considering, that let us see. Now let us assume that these two potential equipotential surfaces A and B are very close to each other, and let the perpendicular distance between them is dou L. Okay, what is the perpendicular distance between A and B? Dou L. So I suppose now the values are clear to you. Potential at A, V. Potential at B, V plus dou V. Perpendicular distance between the two surfaces, dou L. So let us first note down the steps. Potential at A is VA is equals to V. Potential at B is VB is equal to V plus dou V. Okay. To make you understand that both are not equal, I have highlighted. Right. Next, perpendicular distance between the surface A and the surface B is dou L. Okay, is dou L. Now, on the surface B, assume that there is a point P. On this surface, there is a point P. Then I am considering a unit positive charge at that point. You all know the meaning of unit positive charge. Plus 1 coulombs of charge. That is known as what? Unit positive charge. Okay. Now just a minute. I will ask you one simple question, children. You tell me, all of you. So if you see carefully, I am having the diagram like this. Okay. There is a equipotential surface here. Okay. I called it as A. There is another equipotential surface here. Okay. I am calling it as B. Now, if you see carefully, there is electric field in this direction. Here I kept how many coulombs of charge? 1 coulomb of charge at the point P. Then 1 coulomb of charge will experience some force due to the electric field. What is that force due to electric field? Formula F is equal to Q naught into E. Q naught denoting the charge considered. How much charge I considered? 1. That means 1 into E. What is the value of 1 into E? E. So the force on the charge is E. Okay, force on the charge is E. So now what I am doing, you see, all of you, and that itself shows that there is some force existing on this particular charge. Okay, now see what happened. That charge was moved from the surface B to the surface A. I have moved from where to where? Surface B to the surface A. To the surface A to some particular point. So to move the charge against the force, if you see carefully in our earlier screen, I showed you. I have shown you or not? What did I show you? The field is there. The field is there. Then the two surfaces are there. One is the A. What is the another one? B. Two surfaces were considered. And plus one charge was experiencing some force in this direction. Electric field force. And that electric field force, we got it as what? E. Now I am trying to move this in this direction. From where to where I have moved? From the point P to this point. That means I am moving against the electric field. To move against the electric field, I have to do some work. And the force required to move this must be at least minimum to this value, or else this cannot move. So here how much force is acting in this direction? At least that much force I must apply. So then only I can move from here to here. Okay, that means force required to move from B to A is also equal to F is equal to E. Okay, so I suppose I am clear. Let me continue. So did you observe what happened? The unit positive charge was moved, and in that there is some work done. That is what we will calculate. So the potential at A is VA is equal to V, already we know. Potential at B is VB is equal to V plus dou V. Once again I am reminding. Perpendicular distance between A and B is dou L. The work done to move the unit positive charge from where to where? From B to A. Against, this is against, children. This is against. Okay, and S is missing. Against the electric field is WBA is equal to mod E into dou L. How we got this? How we got this? You tell me. You tell me, all of you. First, what did you learn in your school level? Work done. General formula for work done, what did you learn? Force multiplied with distance. These are not displacement. Then if I apply this, what was the force applied here? Just now we calculated. Do you remember? We calculated F is equal to Q naught into E. That Q naught value is 1. 1 into E. What is 1 into E? E. That means F value is equal to E value. So please remember. So here E I am writing. Okay, mod E. Next, distance, how much we have moved from A to B? Dou L. That means work done, if you see, WBA is equal to mod E into dou L. Okay, are you clear? Mod E into dou L. Next, now remember the earlier webinar session, first webinar session. Already we wrote in the first webinar session. If you have doubt, open your textbook and see, children. VA minus VB, potential difference. How we must write? WBA by Q. Okay, WBA by Q. What is WBA value? Mod E into dou L. What is the Q value? The Q is the charge which is moving. Okay, what is the charge which is moving? 1 coulomb of charge. That means at the place of Q, I will substitute 1 coulomb of charge. At WBA value, I must substitute mod E div. And VA value is V, VB value is V plus dou V. Shall we do these substitutions? And let us continue with this particular derivation. The potential at A is VA is equal to V. The potential at B is VB is equal to V plus dou V. Work done to move unit positive charge from B to A against the electric field. Here, yes, against the electric field. Okay, is WBA is mod E into dou L. That we know, already we saw. VA minus VB is we saw. Now substitute V minus V plus dou V mod E dou L by plus 1. That's what I was telling you. Substitute the value. Okay, V minus V plus dou V is equal to mod E dou L by 1. WBA substituted, VA substituted, VBA substituted, Q value 1. Then VA minus VB is equal to, already we know, this also we know, we saw. Continuation. Now you tell, here what did we do? If you see, children, if you see here, this step, this minus into plus will become minus. So V minus dou V. Minus V plus V will get cancelled here. Okay, I am left with what? What am I left with? See, what is the next step? The potential difference between A and B is minus dou V is mod E into dou L. Potential difference between which point and which point? A point and B point. I got minus sign. What does this mean? What does this mean to us? Potential at A must have been more. Potential at B must have been less. That means the dou V is negative, showing that actually the value of potential at A. A minute. The value of, if you see, what was the diagram we were having? One diagram we were having like this. Yes or not? If you see carefully, at A, at B, now dou V we got negative. What did we get, children? Negative we got. What does the value, negative value symbolize to us? VA must have been greater than VB. This is the meaning of this. VA value is more. VA is more than. What is that? VB. Okay. Suppose I am clear. Yes, VA is more than VB. Okay, that shows that another important point also it shows to us, if I am having electric field in this direction, already as we have seen, as we go in the direction of the electric field, in this direction, this is the direction of electric field, no, potential is continuously decreasing. So as I go further, potential at B is less than potential at A. If I take one more, that is equipotential surface like this, some other equipotential surface C I am taking, then what will happen? C potential will be less than B potential. The potential at B is less than potential at A. This is a very important point for all entrance exams, children. As I go in the direction of electric field, the potential decreases. That is the meaning of this particular explanation. I hope you understood. I will move on. So already we saw this one. Minus dou V is E into dou L, or electric field strength magnitude. Mod means magnitude, no. Magnitude is minus dou V by dou L. This minus sign symbolizing that potential decreases in the direction of field. So to emphasize that point, I am using one small example. What is that example? I took one charge. This is a familiar figure to all of you, yes or not? And what are these lines, white lines? These white lines are the electric field lines which are diverging from the positive charge. So now you have studied already about equipotential surfaces. What are they? Equipotential surfaces are concentric spheres around a point charge. So this is one equipotential surface around the charge. Okay, let us say potential at this particular equipotential surface is, on this surface is V1 is equal to plus 50 volts. The second equipotential surface I am taking, for that what is the potential on the surface? Plus 30 volts. I am taking one more equipotential surface V3 plus 20 volts potential on that. Now you see how many equipotential surfaces were considered? Three equipotential surfaces were considered. Look at the values carefully, children. Innermost surface plus 50 volts. Next one plus 30 volts. Next one plus 20. That means as we go, if you see carefully, we all know that, once again, this is the charge under consideration. Okay, these are the electric field lines which are diverging from the field, that is from the charge. Okay, 1 minute. So here this side field will be like this, and like this, okay, and so on. So now if you see carefully, the equipotential surfaces were like this. 1, spheres, 2, 3. Now tell me, this is innermost sphere. Let us say VA or V1. How much is the potential on the innermost sphere? 50 volts. What is the potential on the second sphere? 30 volts. What is the potential on the third sphere? V3, 20 volts. This is the electric field direction which is going away from it. Yes or not? So at every point electric field is going away from the charge. We know that. Now, if you see the point what I was making earlier, this is the field direction. Now, in the field direction, what is happening? You see, 50, 30, 20. The potential is continuously decreasing. The potential continuously decreases in the direction of the electric field. So, that shows very clearly that this already we know. The electric field is in the direction in which potential decreases. The electric field will be in which direction? In which direction potential is decreasing? In that direction, electric field will be acting. That is the meaning of this. Okay? If you see carefully, the field is going away, and that means as we go away from the charge, potential continuously decreases in this example. So I suppose all the learning points for this are clear. Let me move on, children. So the example what we saw. So now I can tell one small point about this. Mod E is dou V by dou L with minus sign. Minus sign meaning we have explained. Here dou V denotes change in the potential. Dou L denotes the perpendicular distance between the two surfaces. Yes or not? So now I can tell one simple point. How I can tell electric field strength in words? The magnitude of the electric field strength is equal to the change in the magnitude of potential per unit displacement. That means when the displacement value is equal to 1, so if you take only magnitude wise, if you are speaking what? Magnitude wise, if you are speaking, only magnitude if you are considering, I can write mod E is equal to, you can see the textbook also, they will give like this, mod V, mod dou V by mod dou L. Now, if the dou L value is unit displacement means how much? 1 meter. Then mod E becomes equal to mod. What is this value? It is the change in the potential. What is that equal to? Change in the potential. What is this value? Electric field value. That means the magnitude of electric field. Magnitude of electric field is equal to the change in the potential for how much displacement? Per unit displacement. Unit displacement means that we are talking about 1 meter displacement. So that is how to understand the definition here. I suppose it is clear. So now if you see, the magnitude of electric field is equal to the change in the magnitude of the potential per unit displacement. Okay. Okay. Now we are coming to the next learning point of our topic. So we all know in physics, we are more concerned with energy because a lot of talk goes about energy. And in all our homes, one important energy is there which we are using continuously. Without that, our modern day living cannot be imagined at all. What is that energy? Tell me. Electrical energy. Yes or not? So today let us try to understand a term known as electrostatic potential energy. Okay. So to understand that, I am taking one small example to start the discussion. What are we seeing on the screen? A charge. Let us call that charge as plus Q1. Okay. So now immediately when I tell plus Q1, immediately what you will tell? Sir, around the charge there will be electric field. So I am symbolizing this electric field with this oval. Not that the field will be oval shaped, children. Don't think that the field will be oval shaped. It is around, it is spread all around the charge. That is the meaning of this. Never make the mistake that the field will be oval. No. Only for your easy understanding, like they will show in the textbook. Like they will draw one oval and leave it like that. The meaning is to tell you that around the charge there is electric field. Now in that electric field, so this is the electric field of plus Q1. That is clear, symbolic. Next. So I am trying to derive potential energy of system of charges. That is a derivation what I have to do. So again the field is there under consideration. In that field, I brought plus Q2, another charge. Somewhere from infinity, I brought it and kept it here. Let us say. Now I will ask one simple question. Very, very simple question I will ask. Tell me all of you. To bring this Q2, children, do I need to do some work or not? I am telling that we are bringing this Q2 from somewhere like this to here. Somewhere from infinity and keeping it here. Now this and this, they will be always repelling with each other. F denoting repulsion force. This is positive, this is positive. Will there be repulsion between them? Yes. Now I am asking you one question. If I start bringing them closer, what will happen to this repulsion? Already there is repulsion, no? They are trying to repel each other, but I am trying to bring them closer. If I am trying to bring them closer against the repulsion, I have to do some work. Yes or not? That work will be stored as energy. We have explained a number of times in physics. Even last class also explained. Whenever work is done against a force, that is stored as energy. Then you will ask me question, sir, energy. You show me energy. I cannot show energy, but I will show you something. What is that? Let us see. Now I brought it closer and kept like this. They are static. That means I am holding them. I am holding them with my hands and keeping them like that. But what happens the moment I leave them? See, if I leave them, the moment I leave them, they will always try to go back. They will run backwards. See what is happening. See. Tell me why they are running away. Very easy answer. There is repulsion force. Again you see. The repulsion. What is happening to the repulsion? The repulsion is this side for this one. The repulsion is this side for this one. So, the moment I leave them, they will run away. Run away. What is happening to the charges? They will run away. The word run. Run. What does the word run? Just a minute, children. Let me come back to the screen. So, they are running away, we saw. If you see, I'm just trying to explain something to you. You see all of you. I am telling that this is one charge plus Q1. This is another charge plus Q. The moment I am leaving them, they are running away from each other. Running away means nothing but moving away from each other. Movement. If there is movement, what form of energy is there? Yes, your guess is right. There is kinetic energy. This is also gaining kinetic energy. This is also gaining kinetic energy. they are gaining kinetic energy. This I can show, that running I can see. This is also gaining kinetic energy. This is also gaining kinetic energy. Now this has gained kinetic energy, this has gained kinetic energy. But according to law of conservation of energy, you all know what is that law? Law of conservation of energy. What is that law, children? Law of conservation of energy. According to this law, if kinetic energy is gained, then some other form must have been lost. What was that form? That must have been the potential energy. So I cannot see potential energy, but now I can see the kinetic energy of the charges which are running away from each other. That means that there is some potential energy in the system which only got converted to kinetic energy. So this is a direct proof that there is some potential energy. I hope my logic is clear to all of you. So if they are running away, they gained kinetic energy. But from where they gained the kinetic energy, some other form must have been lost. That energy which is lost is the potential energy. So you see here, like this. They are running away. Running away means they are gaining kinetic energy. So now let us derive the formula for potential energy of the system of two charges. So whenever there are two charges which are considered, there will be some potential energy stored in the system. Electrostatic potential energy. Okay, the work done against the electric field will store as electrostatic potential energy. That is what I will calculate now. A very easy derivation. So to calculate the potential energy of a system of charges, consider the coordinate space, children. X-axis, y-axis. Okay. There is a point at which Q1 is present in the space. Let us say the position of Q1 is denoted by R1 with respect to the origin. So R1 is a position vector of this particular point, Q1. Then at infinite distance, I am having another charge plus Q2. This is plus Q1, this is plus Q2. Without plus if I write, that means plus only, no. Okay. So at what distance I am having? At infinite distance. Now, this Q2 is moved closer to Q1. So see the diagram, all of you. To which point? To some distance R2 from the origin. And I got it to which point? The point P. Okay, all of you. That means if you see again, see carefully and note down. Where was Q2? Where was Q2? At infinity. What did I do to it? I brought it from infinity to this point. Okay. Point Q. Let distance from R1, that is Q1 to Q2, is denoted as R12. Okay. Now, let us see what are the steps we are doing for the derivation. First point. Now, Q1 will create some potential at P. One more thing, children, please remember, if you see carefully this one, around this Q1, all the electric field of Q1 will be there. Okay, you must imagine that. Q1 is there now here. Around that Q1, electric field of Q1 will be there. In that electric field, this Q2 is coming and coming from infinity to the point. So you can imagine like this. I will just show you for a moment. So if you see the coordinate space, it is like this. Okay. This is the position of Q1. Okay. This is the origin. This is y-axis. This is the x-axis. And somewhere at infinity, another charge plus Q2 is there, infinity. Now, if you see carefully, I didn't draw it there, but you imagine around this Q1 there is electric field of Q1. What is there? Electric field of Q1. And in that electric field, this is brought to Q2. From where? From infinity. So this is R1 as per our diagram. This is R2 and this is as per our diagram. If you see R1 and this is the point P under consideration. So if you see carefully the point I was making, Q2 has come into the electric field of Q1. That is what I am trying to tell to you. Now I will ask you one question. If electric field of Q1 is considered, then Q1 will create some potential at the point P, no? Let us write that potential at P. 1 minute. Just 1 minute, children. If you see, let us call the potential as V1. What is the formula for potential, you tell me? 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R. Everybody know. Who is the charge which is creating the potential? Q1. So let us call it as Q1. At how much distance? At the point P. At point P means it is distance is R12. So V1 is the potential at the point P due to Q1. That is what I am showing here. Okay. See, first step. Potential at P due to Q1 is V1 is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 by R12. Call this as equation number 1. Then work done to bring Q2 from infinity to P. Here only I want to explain one important thing. If you remember our derivations due to electric field, yes, if you remember, whenever a charge Q is brought from infinity to the point P inside the electric field, first webinar class derivation, this is the electric field and I brought a charge from there to here. Let us say Q0 charge is brought. Okay, then the potential at the point is given by formula V is equals to W divided by Q0. Work done to move from infinity to P by Q0 is the potential at the point P. Did we learn or not this formula? What is the formula? Work done to move from infinity to point P divided by Q0, that is the charge which is going from here to here, is equal to Vp. Now apply the formula to our situation. In our situation, this Q0 is taken as, I was taking it as Q2. And the potential at the point P I considered as what? V1. That means this formula I must now write as V1 is equals to work done, let us call it as W, charge is Q2, cross multiply, then what I will get, if actually this is a substitution, okay, if I cross multiply, I will get W is equals to V1 into Q2 or Q2 multiplied with V1. Okay, what is the W value? Let me write it more clearly to all of you. Q2 into V1. That is how this has come. Okay, from this step to this step, from this step to this step. Okay, everybody, am I clear? Let me put them in a straight line to all of you so that you will have 1 minute. Let me put them in a straight line to all of you. I have used which formula? Potential at a point formula. Potential at any point. I am writing here. so that explanation will be clear. Potential at point P is work done to move from infinity to P by Q naught. Now in our case, this has become V1 is equals to W by Q. Cross multiplying, what we will get? W is equals to Q2 multiplied with V1. That is what is the meaning of the step. Okay. So here if you see, this is the last step. Work done to bring a Q2 from infinity to P is W is Q2 into V1, equation number 2. Okay, in the textbook they are giving direct step, but we have explained clearly. Now what we have to do? Derivation. Equation 1 substitute in the equation number 2. Potential at P due to Q1 is V1 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 by R12. Okay, this we all know, we saw. Then equation number 2 also we saw. Substituting 1 into Q2 value is Q2, children. In the place of V1, what I substituted? 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 by R12. Okay, Q2 is Q2. V1 is this formula. You are able to see or not? 1 minute, let me take a pointer, okay, and show to you so that you will have clarity. If you see, in this formula, this V1 is this value. That substitute. Then all this value I substituted here. Okay. Now tell me, in this formula Q1, Q2, they will get multiplied. That means in the next step, what am I going to get means? So here you are seeing the same step. In the next step, work done to bring Q2 from infinity to P is W is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R12. Okay. So now if you see carefully, work done to bring Q2 from infinity to P is W is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R12. And as the work is done against the electrostatic force, this electrostatic force is conservative force, no? I told in first webinar. As the electrostatic force is conservative, this work done against the electrostatic force is stored as electrostatic potential energy in the system of charges. Okay, it is stored as electrostatic potential energy in the system of charges. So the electrostatic potential energy of the system of charges is, so this W itself gets stored as energy. What energy? Electrostatic potential energy. And you know the symbol is U. So for potential energy symbol is U, or U is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R12. I hope I am clear. Okay, then now you see the formula. For any two charges, there will be some potential energy. This is what this formula shows. Yes or not? That means whenever there is a two charge system, there will be some potential energy in the system. That is the meaning of this. And as long as I hold them together, holding means keeping them at rest, this potential energy will be stored in that system. The moment I release them, they will run away or they will move. That movement will create kinetic energy. That means this potential energy gets converted as kinetic energy. So I want to tell you one more thing regarding this potential energy. I hope the derivation is clear. The derivation ends here. Okay. So I hope you have learned about the potential energy. For problem solving, I wish to take one more small example. Let us see that example, children. Okay. Let us say there are three charges in the system. Q1 one charge, Q2 another charge. There is another charge, Q3, let us see. How many charges? 3. and all of them have been assembled together. That means they have been brought and kept at their respective positions. Okay, now we know that whenever I am building a system, building means I brought them together, there must be some potential energy stored in the system. Then question is, what is the potential energy of this system of charges? That is the question. Now Q1, Q2, let the distance between them is R12. Okay, what is the distance? What is the distance between them? R12. Like that, Q2, Q3, let the distance between them is R23. Q1, Q3, distance is R13. Just a minute, children. Okay, all three clear? Now, I'll ask you one question. Think that Q3 is not there. Then Q1, Q2 will become system. Let us say the potential energy between Q1 and Q2 is U1. Like that, there will be potential energy between Q2 and Q3. Let that potential energy is U2. What is that potential energy? U2. Like that, there will be potential energy between Q1 and Q3. Let us call this as U3. Then there will be three potential energies. First one U1, 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. Q1, Q2 by R1. Like that, potential energy between Q2 and that is Q2 and Q3. Call it as U2. That is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. Remember the formula, potential energy formula. What are the two charges? Q2, Q3 divided by R23. Potential energy between Q3, Q1, 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q3 Q1 divided by R1. Then total potential energy of the system. Total potential energy of the system. U1 plus U2 plus U3. Yes or not? What is the value? What is the value of the potential energy, children? Tell me, all of you. U1 plus U2 plus U3. That means the three potential energies I have to add. Shall we add? One is U1, one is U2, one is U3. So the total, 1 minute. So we are here, you remember. So here is our system. You tell me. So total potential energy is U total is equals to U1 plus U2 plus U3. Okay. Then what is U1 we wrote? Do you remember? 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R12. Like that, what was U2? 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q2 Q3 by R23. What about the U3? 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q3 Q1 by R13. Then add, I will get 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 common. Then I can take that common. I will write like this. Then common term Q1 Q2 divided by R12 plus Q2 Q3 divided by R23 plus Q3 Q1 divided by R12. That is the value of all the three potential energies added together, which gives total potential energy of the system. I hope the example is clear. One small example I will tell, and let us move on. Okay, I will tell two more example problems after this. Let me complete this small example. I am asking you one small question, children. It is there in the textbook. Like this, one square is taken. Okay, right? There are four charges. Let us see. Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Right? Square side is A. Okay. What is the total potential energy stored in the system? That is the question. How to do? Then think first. In this system, how many potential energies are possible? That you think. You know, every two charges will have potential energy between them. Yes or not? That means between Q1 and Q2, there will be some potential energy, call it as U1. Between Q2 and Q3, let us say potential energy is U2. Between Q3 and Q4, potential energy U3. Between Q4 and Q5, that is Q4 and Q1, potential energy is U4. How many potential energies already we listed? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the first one. Second one, this is first potential energy. Second potential energy. Third potential energy. Fourth potential energy. Did we miss something? Yes. I have not considered again these two also. There is potential energy between them. No. Call that as U5. Did I miss something? Yes, I missed again. One more. This is also potential energy between them. U6. Totally, how many potential energies are there? 6 potential energies will be there. And all of them you have to add. That means U total will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon. That is, sorry. Just a minute, children. I will get, if you see, U1 plus U2 plus U3 plus U4 plus U5 plus U6. 6 potential energies I have to add. So each potential energy you calculate with that distance. See carefully. You know formula for potential energy. Don't forget the formula for potential energy. 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by distance. R12 means distance only, no. Okay. This distance you carefully calculate. For Q1 Q2 distance is A when substituting. For Q2 Q3 distance is A. For Q3 Q4 also distance is A. For Q4 Q1 also distance is A. But when you come to Q2 Q4, distance you must take as root 2A, which is the distance from that is diagonal length, because Q2 and Q4 are opposite ends of the diagonal. Like that, Q1 Q3 also, when you are considering, take distance as root 2A. Then substitute, you will get the answer. I am leaving the simplification for you children. If you have a doubt, you can ask. or else I will put it up in the next webinar. Okay, I'm here. I'm leaving it as a challenge for you to get the final solution. Okay, let us continue. I hope you will take up that challenge. So there is a small problem, that is example I am taking up to make you understand how to do the problem. Find the electrostatic potential energy stored in system of two charges, 10 mu c and 20 mu c, separated by 10 centimeters in air. One charge is 10 mu c, another charge is 20 mu c, separated by 20 centimeters in air. Shall we see the solution? First Q1 charge, 10 mu c. 10 mu c. Mu means you know, no, 10 power minus 6 coulombs. Another charge, 20 mu c. 20 into 10 to power of minus 6 coulombs. Distance how much I gave? 10 centimeters in air. Find the electrostatic potential stored in system of two charges, 10 mu c and 20 mu c, separated by 10 centimeters in air. 10 centimeters convert into meters. 10 in 10 power minus 2 meters. 10 power minus 1 meters. Then electrostatic potential energy of system of charges is U is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R, where R is the distance between the two charges. Now substitute the values, children. I am substituting the values. If you see, 1 minute. Let us try to understand what we did. Okay, let us try to understand what we did here. Okay, now tell me this, from this step we got this step. How now? You tell me how you got 10 into 20, 200. 10 power minus 6 into 10 power minus 6 will be equal to, bases are same, powers are added, minus 6 minus 6, which will be minus 12. That means 10 power minus 12. By 10 power minus 1 is already there in the denominator. Okay, now next step you see, 9 and 10 power 9, 2 into 10 power minus 10 by 10 power minus. How I got? Tell me. How I got this? You tell me, all of you. If you see, just let the graphic come up. I will explain. This 10 power minus 12 became 10 power minus 10. How? This is 200, no children. This 200 I will write as 2 into 10 square. Into 10 power minus 12 is already there. Here. Okay, this step. 10 power 2 and 10 power minus 12. I can simplify as powers are added. Will become 10 power minus 10. Okay, all of you. Is the substitution clear? So 10 power minus 10 I am having. Then in the next step, these two you simplify. I am rounding off and showing you, see. 10 power minus 10 divided by 10 power minus 1. How I have to do this? You all know. 10 power minus 10 into minus 1 goes to the numerator, will become plus 1. 10 power minus 10 plus 1 will become 10 power minus 9. That means I am now left with 2 into 10 power minus 9. U is 9 into 10 power 9 into 2 into 10 power 18. This is easy to solve. 10 power 9 and 10 power minus 9 will become 10 power 0. That means I can remove. 9 2s are 18. What is the value? 9 2s are 18 joule. That is the final answer for this solving. I hope the solution is clear. And if you see carefully, the Q1 is positive, Q2 is also positive. I got positive potential energy. I got positive potential energy. Why I am stressing positive, positive? I will give one more example. You see what will happen. See another example, children. That is coming up. Find the electrostatic potential energy stored in system of two charges, 10 mu c and minus 5 mu c, separated by 10 centimeters in air. First charge positive, second charge negative. Okay, solution let us see. First charge Q1, 10 mu c, 10 in 10 power minus 6 coulombs. Q2, minus 5 mu c, minus 5 in 10 power minus 6 coulombs. Okay, what is the distance? 10 centimeters I took. 10 in 10 power minus 2 meters. Okay, first charge, find the electrostatic potential energy stored in system of two charges, 10 mu c and minus 5 mu c, separated by 10 centimeters in air. Q1, Q2, R value. Did you note down? Centimeters convert into meters. 10 in 10 power minus 2 meters will become 10 power minus 1 meters. So, electrostatic potential energy of system of charges is formula U is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R. Okay. So, U is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9. Substitutions you see. Carefully you see. Now you explain to me how I got these values. Correct. Let us see. 10 into minus 5, minus 50. 10 power minus 6, 10 power minus 6, 10 power minus 12. I need not explain. Okay. So now divided by how much you are having? 10 power minus 9. And as usual, 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 is 9 into 10 to the power of 9. Now minus 15 to 10 power of minus 12. What is that simplification? 9 in 10 power 9. Minus 5 in 10 power minus 11 by 10 power. How? 1 minute. Let the graphic come up. You see here this simplification. 1 minute you tell me, all of you. 50 into 10 power minus 12 will be written as minus 5 into 10 into 10 power minus 12. 10 means 10 to the power of 1 no. This simplification how I must do? 1 minus 12. Bases are same, powers are added. 1 minus 12 will become minus 11. So 10 power minus 11 by 10 power minus 1 I am left with. Now 9 5s are 45. 10 power 9 as it is. 10 power minus 11 by 10 power, I am solving here. 10 power minus 11, 10 power minus 1 is equals to, first take the 10 power minus 11 to the numerator, 10 power minus 1 to the numerator. It will become 10 power 1. 10 power minus 11 plus 1. Bases are same, powers are added. 10 power minus 10. That means here 10 power minus 10. So final answer will be very simple. These two can you simplify? 10 power 9 simplification with 10 power minus 10. Then how much I will get? 10 power 9 minus 10 is equals to 10 power minus 1. 10 power minus 1 means 1 by 10 actually. Yes or not? So this is, 1 minute. I will take a whiteboard and just a minute I will explain. So if I see carefully, there is the last value I got, 45 into 10 power minus 1 I got left simplification. This is nothing but with minus sign, don't forget the minus sign, okay, into 1 by 10. 45 by 10 will become how much? 4.5 minus sign. That means what should have been the final answer, children? You see for yourself. What is the final answer? See, what is the answer? Just a minute. I will clear the annotation. I will clear everything so that you will understand clearly here. This is the screen. Okay. See, what is the final answer? U is minus 4.5 into, that is minus 4.5 joules. Minus sign. Potential energy can be positive, potential energy can be negative also. If one of the charges is plus, one of the charges is minus, you will get negative potential energy. If both the charges are plus, then you will get positive potential energy. Okay, so I want to make you understand that the potential energy can be positive or negative. That is the reason why I took this example. So that brings me to the end of this session. What have we learned in this session, children? Electric field E is equal to minus dou E by dou L, magnitude. Then electric field is in the direction in which potential decreases. The magnitude of the electric field is equal to the change in the magnitude of the potential per unit displacement. Electrostatic potential energy of system of charges is U is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R12. To test your understanding, I gave you small questions. What is the relation between electric field strength and electric potential? One question. Find the electrostatic potential energy of two charges 10 mu c and 5 mu c separated by 20 centimeters in air. Same model I gave in the example. Please try to do. Find the electrostatic potential energy of two charges 10 mu c and minus 2 mu c separated by 10 centimeters in air. So second question, third question, already I solved similar questions in the example. Try to see and solve them and give the answer. Okay, so you be active and try to solve the questions. Physics is learned not only by learning the theory, but also by learning the problems and understanding the solution what we are getting. Now, if you see carefully, I told two examples. In one example, I got positive energy. One example, I got negative energy. That showed me that potential energy, that has shown me that potential energy could have been positive or negative. It can be positive, it can be negative also, like that. So physics, whenever you are doing, you will not only concentrate on the theory part, but you also concentrate on the numerical examples. That is how you can learn physics better. So that brings me to the end of this session. I thank my coordinator, Madam Shailja Madam, principals, for this opportunity. I thank our AD sir, JD sir for giving me this platform. I also thank my campus principal, Sri Sivaraj Garu, for all his support and encouragement. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Madam,
Physics is very important when it concerns to the numerical solving. Today you have told the relation between electric field strength and electric potential, and similarly you have solved a few problems. I think whatever the task is given to you, children, please, it is very simple. Just there is a change in the numericals. You can change. First, you understand how is the relation between electric field strength and electric potential for a system of charges. Then you can go to n number of charges also. Then you can solve it to the simple examples that are given, simple problems that are given as a task today, and you can go further for more number of problems. I think at the end of the textbook and end of the chapter, there are a few more problems. So children, please go through that. Any questions you can post in the comment section. Sir will be ready to answer them. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Good day, children.